Star Trek. Voyager is just one character away from a full crew reunion like TNG. When Star Trek, Picard brought together the surviving crew of the Enterprise D in its third season, fans rejoiced. Seeing Captain Jean-Luc Picard, William Riker, Beverly Crusher, Geordie LaForge, Deanna Troi, Worf, and Data back on screen was not just nostalgia. It was a full circle moment decades in the making. Now, the franchise is quietly inching toward doing the same for Star Trek. Voyager. Over the past few years, nearly every major player from Catherine Janeway's Lost Starship has reemerged in some form, except for one notable absence. If that last holdout returns, Voyager could enjoy the same kind of cathartic, full crew reunion that made Picard's final season such a phenomenon. Voyager's ongoing legacy. Of all the post-Next Generation shows, Star Trek, Voyager may have had the most difficult path to legitimacy. Debuting in 1995 as the flagship series of the then new UPN network, it was dismissed by some as TNG Light, but time has been kind to the Delta Quadrant's odyssey. Fans now appreciate the show's darker themes, its long-term story arcs, and its iconic characters, from Janeway's steely pragmatism to the Doctor's biting wit. In the last few years, Paramount Plus has actively brought these characters back into the fold, often through Star Trek Prodigy, the animated series that continues Voyager's story for a younger audience. Kate Mulgrew's return as Admiral Janeway, both holographic and real, gave the show immediate credibility. Robert Beltran reprised his role as Chakotay in Prodigy Season 2, and even Robert Picardo has hinted at being willing to revisit the Doctor in live action. The momentum is undeniable. Slowly but surely, the Voyager family is reassembling. Who's back already? Janeway's presence is the linchpin of any Voyager reunion. In Prodigy, Mulgrew captures the same authoritative warmth that made her a groundbreaking captain in the 90s. Beltran's Chakotay, older, wiser, but still quintessentially himself, remains a welcome anchor. Tim Russ also returned as Tuvok in Star Trek Picard Season 3, providing an unexpected but thrilling cameo that tied Voyager directly to Picard's final adventure. Other cast members have been vocal about their interest in returning. Jerry Ryan, who debuted as 7 of 9 in Voyager's 4th season, is already a major part of the modern franchise. Her role in Picard was so integral that she ultimately inherited the captain's chair of the Enterprise G. Ryan's star power ensures that any Voyager-centric project would have a built-in audience. Garrett Wang Ensign Harry Kim has kept up a high profile through conventions and podcasts, frequently expressing his enthusiasm for a reunion. Roxanne Dawson-Bellana Torres, now a prolific television director, has said she'd consider appearing if the story was right. Even Ethan Phillips Neelix has reprised his role in voice form for video games and promos. In short, the pieces are mostly on the board. Voyager is closer than ever to a TNG-style comeback. The missing piece. So who's left? Realistically, only one major character from Voyager's core cast has yet to reappear in any official capacity. Jennifer Leen's Kes. The Ocampa medical assistant left the show in its 4th season, making room for 7 of 9, and later returned for a single controversial episode, Fury, which depicted her as embittered and unstable. Since then, Kes has effectively vanished from Star Trek canon. Leen herself retired from acting years ago and has led a private life. That makes a return more complicated than simply signing a contract. But narratively, Kes represents unfinished business for Voyager. Her psychic power, short lifespan, and deep bond with the crew, especially the Doctor and Tuvok, left an indelible mark on the show's early years. Restoring her character in some fashion, even briefly, would be the final puzzle piece in completing the Voyager crew's legacy. Why a full reunion matters. The emotional payoff of a Voyager reunion would mirror what Picard achieved with the TNG crew, but with a unique twist. Voyager's story ended with the ship's miraculous return to the Alpha Quadrant after 7 years stranded. That finale, Endgame, was bittersweet, leaving little time to explore how these characters reintegrated into Starfleet or civilian life. A modern reunion could fill that gap. Imagine Admiral Janeway convening her old crew for one last mission, perhaps involving a threat from the Delta Quadrant, or a diplomatic summit with former Borg space. 7 of 9 could bridge the gap between her two families, the Voyager crew who first gave her a home, and the Starfleet she now serves at the highest level. The Doctor, now an established holographic rights advocate, could return with his trademark humor, but also a new gravitas. Such a project would also resonate with the franchise's themes of resilience and found family. Unlike the TNG crew, who always had the Federation to support them, Voyager's officers were forced to rely entirely on one another. Bringing them back together would reaffirm that bond in a way no single cameo can. The best format for a comeback, whether as a limited series, a streaming movie, or a special two-part event. The format almost doesn't matter. The appetite is there. Paramount Plus has demonstrated a willingness to invest in